Hi everyone, it is Desiree and I am back, getting back into the junk journal videos. I know I've been getting a lot of emails asking me if they were coming back. Absolutely they were. Just in the process of rearranging some things when it comes to my channel and the website and all of that. And as we continue to go through, I'll definitely make an announcement so everybody knows what's been going on. So never fear, absolutely. The Black Swan, the Darling, the Simple Stories, the Textured, the Altered book, they are going to continue, very much so. Okay, so as you can see, this is the Black Swan. So I'm going to be continuing with the ephemera. Got lots of pieces to make because that is a huge book. Remember, oh wait a minute, forgot to give my disclaimer. Long video, gab a lot, may not be your type of video, so you can make that decision. Just throwing it out there. Long video, lots of gabbing. So here is the binder that we've created. This is a gift, and there are 3 signatures. These signatures are extremely thick. I like lots of areas to write and their ability to attach things within the junk journal. So usually the tags and the pockets that I do make are pretty detailed, fancy, in other words. So for today, I'm actually going to focus on pockets for the Black Swan. So one of the things when you print this down is you have these cutouts. Now these can be envelopes like I have here, where you cut them out and then you can fold them up however you want to make that envelope. I mean, that's up to you. Me, I'm just going to actually leave it like this and clip it, and then they can just unfold this and it's a place for them to journal on. But when it comes to these, I want to use this here as a pocket, and I want to make 4 of those. Now, again, these papers are absolutely gorgeous with the detail. And again, I'll have everything linked down below in the video description, where you can get this if it is still available. I know at the time that I started it was, but you know, again, things change within shops. This is the shop Dreams, etc. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Yes. So, you know, things are always being updated. Now, I will keep these because I think these are going to make great tucks throughout my journal. So I'll show you what I'll be doing with those at another time. I'm running that, and the reason why I make mention of that is because I'm running into that in one of my other journals that I'm using a digital download for, which I apologize for, but, you know, again, I think it's great that our shops are always updating and creating new pieces. So I think it is wonderful, but it's the nature of the beast, and it can happen. So you can see I'm just cutting along these lines. I am making sure that I am saving these half circles, because as I said, these are going to be perfect for tucks and for when I start getting into paper clips, because that's what this one is going to have a lot of, really, are paper clips. Because again, the recipient here, who's going to receive this, will be able to, you know, clip things into this journal and do a lot of writing. Okay, so I have these ready. And again, I do want to make 4. Now I do want to make them different sizes, so I just want to trim them. Like I do like the size of this one, and I'm going to keep this one that size as well. Grabbing a paper trimmer, you know, I do want to trim this down just a little bit. This one, again, just cutting a little bit off each side. Well, there was one more. Now this one, I think, actually, I'm gonna go right there. All right. And I want to keep that. All right. So I am going to mount these onto some different cardstocks. And I am going to do some layering. So I'm going to first, kind of frame like I do when it comes to my card making side. I do like to add frames. I think they make them a little bit interesting. Of course, I am grabbing my vintage photo, and I do want to go around this piece. And I want to get this glued down. And I just want a really thin border of this craft cardstock. And I think the rest of them, I think this is the only one I'm going to put the craft cardstock around. All right, and now I want to go in with the black. And then the rest of them, I'm just going to put a black border around. So I'll have to grab some more cardstock. Now, I do feel that with this digital download, these papers have such great, wonderful details to them. There's not much because there's already a sense of collage here. There's already a sense of layering when it comes to these. So again, you don't have to add too many of these, because what I'm really looking for these to do is, so here's a page right here. So I would be actually looking to have this, you know, sit here. Now, there's other things that I can do. I can have this be a flip out as well. So again, just creating these doesn't mean that we're done, because again, one of the final videos that you'll see is how I put all of this ephemera that we're using in here. So we've got so many different possibilities that this could be that flip. This could be a flip up. This could it's either going to go this way or it's going to go this way or it's going to go this way. You know, you never want them, unless you have a magnet in it, you can have it go down. So that's really what I'm doing with these. So it's a very, very simple, or very, I don't want to say simple, but I mean, these are not, you know, not a lot of collaging, not a lot of adding of the accents yet. That's how I look when it comes to a digital download, because again, if you've watched any of my videos on the card making side, you hear me say a lot. There's a series that I do where we're just using pattern paper, and you hear me say a lot in that, let the paper do the work for you. And it's a very, very true statement. You know, our pattern papers or our digital downloads have already been created for us, have already been put together. You know, why cover up or try to redo what somebody has already done? And that's just another way that we can look at these pages. Well, at least that's how I look at them. So, you know, just because we're looking at, you know, junk journals, again, doesn't mean that we always have to have these huge levels of detail to them. I am just going through these pieces that we have and looking at them and saying, okay, you know, I want these tags, but maybe I'm going to make a book out of these tags, because we can have so many different things that we can do. I think this one and this one are going to be great for that. So just digging and putting all of these pieces together is what we're trying to do. So today I'm just focusing on, these could be journal cards, but I really want these to be pockets or flips. Now I need one more piece. No, you know what? I think I'm going to put this one right there. Just give it a hint of that border. Now this is just regular copying, yeah, that's a nice word I said, copying paper. And then I'm going to put this on a piece of black. Again, all kinds of ways that we can layer all of these pieces. So it's funny with the emails and the questions that I got. I apologize if people thought that I was going to stop them. No, 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 no. I am just in the process of changing some things around, creating something on my website for both card makers and junk journal makers. I like to combine the two together. I think the techniques that we use, whether it's on the card making or the junk journal side, they can very much be intertwined with each other. But sometimes people are like, nope, 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 can't mix it up. Nope, can't do that. Nope, 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 nope. Which is fine. Okay, so those are those four there. All right, so I have these. So I'm just going to set these aside. Again, just waiting until I start putting all of these things in the book. It's kind of how I work. So I just keep building up unless I know it's a band, unless I know it's going to be that, then I will put them right in there because I'm looking for a specific page for that. And if I don't put it right in, then I'll make sure that I go through and just set them inside the book. I am so sorry. That is my phone. Let me turn that off. Oh my goodness. So that I can set them in so that I know what pages are going in. I try, this card making, I let it go. I just go with it. For some reason in the junk journal side, I tend to get very precise. Okay, well, I need to make sure that this is here. Okay, I need to make sure this is here. So just on some things, not everything, but it's still there. All right, so what I'm going to do, I want to see. Okay, so if I put that there, now these are different sizes, but that's okay because what I can do is I'm going to cut that off. All right, and then I'm going to put one here. Oh, good. So now they're the same height. All right, so this is going to be kind of a different way to put this together. All right, so let me glue these in. And then we're going to build from there. All right, and then we've got the next one. I'm going to put this one right here. And I want it to have the same width. Okay, hopefully everybody heard what I just said there. All right, so I have these two adhered down. Now I'm going to come up with my scissors and cut approximately the same border going on there. All right, and now, and I want to use this side, not this side. Okay, so now what you can do is you can just fold this in half, all right, if you don't have a scoreboard, all right, but I'm actually going to grab my scoreboard, and I'm going to put this in so that it's right down the center on a line. And I'm going to use my bone folder or my paper creaser. And then I'm going to fold that in half. All right. So now what I'm going to do, let's see what happens if I go off of this one. I'm going to create the tag shape. All right, so I just have a little bit. So that just means that I'll do something on top of that, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, this one looks, you know, even and everything. Now this here, I'm going to cut along this edge. There we go. Now that went into that tag, but that's okay because this is the front. And what we're going to do or what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something back here. But you can see we've just made a little tiny booklet. Or we've made this a wraparound for a page. Again, whatever we would want to do with that. If we make it a wraparound, it's 2 pockets on each side. If we just want to make it a booklet, it's something that we can clip in there, and then we just add papers in here to be able to journal on. So again, something different. Let me put the hole on top of this. And let's see if that's going to work for both sides. Oh, almost. But that's okay. Can barely see it. All right, so we have that done. So you can see I'm just building up, but making different shapes when it comes to this. Same thing on these. I can make a portfolio. So I like that one. Oh, and I like that one as well. Oh, that one's just my favorite. Okay. So for these two, I'm going to do the same thing. Now what I'm going to do first is I do want these to be even. So I'm going to cut them against each other. And again, it's a very different way. As I'm putting a journal together, I just grab things and start looking at what I have and build from there. Okay. So we have these. Now I think these, I'm not going to have a border. So I think what I'm going to do, or what I want to do, I want these to actually hang over a page. So you'll see what I mean. Now I need two tags. Oh. Or let's say 2 tag backings. Let's see if these will work. Yes. You know what? No. I'm going to use cardstock. And I'll use the brown for this one. Because I'm going to put these right against and then cut them out. Where are we at with time? Okay. All right, we got that one on, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. And you can see I pick and choose. I don't put vintage photo on everything in this journal. I really like the effect that she's put through, and then with all of the papers that I have, where the pages, the signatures are, there are some coffee dyed in there and so forth. So that kind of will take that on. So I'm literally cutting these out, and what I'm looking to do here is to just make these stable. Give them just a little bit more strength, is what I'm doing. Because again, whenever I print my digital downloads, my purchases, I print them right down onto copy paper. I really don't use photo paper or cardstock. And honestly, it's because I just have problems putting that through my printer. So I'll look at that if I ever upgrade my printer. Okay, so now I have these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these together. I'm thinking. Okay. So, la 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 la. I just sang on YouTube. Oh my God. All right. So these are going to be 2 tags that hang over a page. So I'm going to take each of these and I'm going to score it at 1 inch. So this is similar on how I do my tags when I make tags for the holidays or for gifts. Because then this way, what we have the ability to do is bend it. Okay, so we have that, and then we're going to make this a little bit thicker. So this one's going to get more involved, just like that. So I have these pieces of coffee dyed, got way carried away cutting them. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta get my little tiny stapler. I'm just gonna put 2 staples on the top, because then one is going to sit here. Now I'm going to use something else to attach that in, just to decorate. And then 1, 2, 6. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to have this one here. I'm just going to put a thin piece of glue. And I'm going to put them down towards the bottom. And just hold it there. Same thing. And we'll hold that down a little bit. Now, you could glue each page on if you don't have a stapler. So this will actually, so let's say this is a page within the book. This will actually straddle that page like this. So we'll have notebooks on each side. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put, okay, we've got good, put a hole right in this, and then I'll be able to put all kinds of tassels and twine and ribbons and everything that's just going to come off, or I'll have a charm that will come off of this. I have some beautiful charms for this project to help accent it. So that was kind of fun. Again, just getting the basic pieces down. Making sure this is scored. So we've got that. I really like that. Can't wait to decorate the top of that and figure all of that out. I think I'm actually going to make another one of those too, out of these two, because then I'll just have all of this flowing off of the top. Or what's great, I mean, you can even make them shorter so that they stick off from the side, which would be really cool. Let's see. Yep, so I think I'm going to do the same thing for these real quick. We can get these down. Again, I'm just going to layer these real quick so that I can have somewhat even. Alright, and we'll get these glued in, or glued on. Okay. So I hope, for those of you that are in the States, or maybe if you're not and you still celebrate Labor Day, I hope you had a good holiday. I didn't do too much. That's kind of when I realized I needed to go a different way. When it came to what I was doing for my website and channel and all of that fun stuff. So stay tuned, more to come on that. I'm waiting to see if I hit any other roadblocks with what I'm trying to build for everyone. But other than that, you know, things have been going okay. Still staying safe, which is good. I hope everybody in your family and friends are still staying safe. I have yet, though, to get my hair done. Oh my. I need to get my hair done. So, I still haven't done that yet. It's kind of funny. So hopefully I'm going to get that done soon. we are coming up on the holidays, so I'm thinking I need to look somewhat human. Because right now my hair's like looking like the chameleon during this time. So a baseball hat has become my friend. But I will say this, oh wow, so much easier taking care of the hair when you have a baseball hat. Just put it in a ponytail, put your hat on, and you are done. Don't have to blow dry anything, don't have to do all of that. So yeah, it's kind of funny. But no, I do need to make an appointment so that can get done. I need my purple back. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay. And I will glue these two sections back together. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay these down and then just put these up together and then do my trims. Then this way I know that these two pieces are going to match. And then I do it to the same thing on the other side here. And if you hear that laugh, that would be my husband. Okay. And then real quick. Yes, he is a happy fella. Set these up. And we're going to staple those. So now I have two of those. So in no time, and again, it's the process in which I put these things together. I like to get my signature together, get it bound, get all my pages in, and then I just like to work on the ephemera. Again, not putting it in the book quite yet. Some items I will, like a belly band or a pocket that I know specifically, or I will at least set it within the book so that I know that's where that is going to go. But otherwise, I'm just creating all of the base pieces, and then as I put them in the book, I may add some things, and that's when I do the final thing. Oh, don't forget my hole at the top. And yep, right on target there. So now I have these two things, which are great. And again, they don't have to be over, but I think they would be really cool. One would sit here and then another one would sit here on the page, or they could just slightly overlap. And I'm going to have all of these beautiful things billowing off. Now I'm going to look to create some for the side of it. And I think that's where these are actually going to come in. How much time do we have? Okay. All right. Where these are actually going to come in. So I think these I'm actually going to create side tucks or top tucks or even bottom ones. These can actually wrap from the bottom. So I think these would be really sharp. And again, I can create the overlap of these when it comes to that. So I think next time I'm going to work with these. Like this one would definitely be one from the top. This one's definitely one that's going to come from the bottom, so that would be cool as well. And again, just like I created this piece here, again, it can wrap around a page. I'm going to do the same thing with these. You know, having that piece come over, and then it'll just sit over a page, and it'll be a great tuck, and I can add, you know, different things coming in off of that. So for the next video, I'm going to focus on these and what we're going to create with those. So again, in no time, again, just focusing in on the items that we've got, we've created a notebook overhang, a flip out, and then some pockets. Pockets or flips when it comes to our journals. So we are building very nicely. Believe it or not, we have a lot of ephemera going on so far. Because if we want, we can look back and see we have our tags that we've created, just regular tags that we've also sewn around. We have tags here that have a tuck and pockets. So we have that pocket that's right there. You can see that, my hand's not in the way. So we have all of those. We've created this. This is a pocket too, but it's also one where we can put something in between that. This is like a belly band going across the pocket, so this will sit on a page. So this would be a nice flip, actually. And then, of course, we have all of these. These can be our journal cards that we've made. But again, we can turn them into pockets. We can turn them into flips. So ways for these pieces to look throughout your journal. So this is what we all have so far, and that's really a lot. But I keep just building it up. I keep just adding it. And then saying, okay, once the books are all together, then we're going to start looking at that nice chunk for what we're going to create. All right, so the next time that we come back, as I said, we're going to focus on these and what we're going to do with those. Already have a great idea. All right, so I hope I gave you some ideas on what you can do with your junk journals, how you can flip, you know, create your flips, create your pockets, create little tiny folders, or anything like that. All right, I will continue to link down to this digital download and to the shop of dreams, etc., so that you can see what else they have available. She always has some beautiful releases that come out and some great prices on her bundles. So I encourage you to check that out. If you have any questions, list those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe, ring the bell so that you make sure to hear this announcement of the changes that are upcoming onto the website and in my Facebook group. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. At least I hope. Okay. But continue to enjoy your day. Continue to stay safe and healthy. And remember what is most important to me. Even if we do it just a little bit, doesn't even have to be this. Because just like I posted, everything we do, we are always being creative. Till next time, guys. Take care.